What's up, people? It's your man Urban Lover coming from your mama's basement, baby. Just want to share a couple things with you guys real quick. First and foremost, I want to get a shout out to Joseph W20. He was in the comment section. He asked me, who do I think was going to get the last roster spot on the Lakers team? And I figured, like, you know what? Instead of me, sharing it, to him, I say, well, let me make a video so guys can get in the comment section and discuss who they think will get that last spot. Also, I'd like to thank you guys for being respectful in the comment section, showing love to each other. Even if y'all disagree, not arguing and fighting or cursing, stuff like that. That's one of the beautiful things that I like about this Laker community, man. We all respect one another. And even though we might disagree, we all got one thing that is in common, that we definitely want to see the Lakers get back to dominance. So I thank you guys, and I love y'all for that. Now, with me, I'm going to go through a couple players, but I'm going to give you my final who I believe is going to get that last spot. Because I don't think the Lakers are going to go back in free agency. I think they're going to go basically on their either somebody in the Summer League or somebody in the D League. I haven't watched the D League yet from last year, so I wouldn't really know who might get called up. But I think Blue Walton are more looking towards the Summer League. So with that being said, I'm going to name three people. So I'm going to start with Jabari Brown. Now, Jabari Brown, a while back I said, yeah, I wouldn't mind him making the spot because he's a shooter, he's aggressive. He's pretty decent on D, not as good, but he's good enough. I mean, yeah, that's something that he need to work on, which you understand. The only thing about it is that we do have 6 guards already on the team, and if you count, let's count Nick Young, and if you count Anthony Brown, if they decide to play him at the 2 sometimes, and also at the 3, that would also be like 7 guards. So I don't see Jabari Brown making the team. I mean, they might invite him to the D League, but I don't see him making the team, based on the fact that we overloaded with guards right now. Unless they just use Jose Calderon as, just picking them up, getting the money, which they already did. I mean, not the money, but, getting the draft picks and then either having them ride the pine and then bring somebody up, which I don't know what, Luke might do. So Luke might most likely probably play Calderon. So I don't see Jabari Brown getting the spot. Now we got Jarvis Renaldo. Now, Jarvis Renaldo, he's a journeyman. He's been around for a while. He played with Miami. He played in the D League. He's 20 years old. He had a good game against Golden State. 10 boards, 3 blocks, 6 points, 1 steal. The only thing about it is that he played against a young, not fully developed team. Their first year coming into the NBA. You might have some journeymen on the team, but for the main focus, Golden State had a lot of young talent on there that never got a chance to see the NBA level. And like I said, this guy had been around for a while, so he played against NBA-type players. So he took advantage of the game, his opportunity to get in there, which he's supposed to, because, at the end of the day, you're trying to make, a roster, right? It's with LA or with some other team that's other scouts are checking you out. So he came in, he got 10 boards, 3 blocks, 6 points, and 1 steal. It was pretty decent for him. I liked him. I like his hustle game. I like his aggressiveness. He played real tight around the basket, but let me find out how old this guy is first. I thought he was young. I mean, 28 is kind of young, but in the NBA life, 20 is your prime. So, I checked him out. I said 20 years old. Okay, he's with Miami, got cut, and I said, you know what, the guy probably be good. If somebody get hurt, they can call him up, something like that. I mean, but like I said, he played against Golden State. I have to see him play against another dominant team. Like, I like to see him play against Philadelphia. Because Philadelphia had a bunch of their second and third year players in there, and it would make more sense for me to see him then, and I could have gave a better analyst on that. But the person that I'm thinking they're going to get that last spot is Zach Auguste. And I know a lot of people probably agree with me. The reason why I said this guy is a physical beast. I mean, he's aggressive. He can rebound. He can play defense. He's like your utility man, like Tariq Black. And I think that him and Tariq Black is like almost the exact same player. The only difference about Tariq is he just in shorter. But that don't really matter. Tariq can get up and run the rim. That's one thing I can say about Tariq Black is that, when here's the opportunity there, this dude will get up and throw it down. I haven't really seen Auguste, throw it down, like constantly. But he is a big trash man. He will clean up around the rim. Even when Zubac was having a little bit problems with the team and they brought him in and we made that little run against Philadelphia, because the guy was running. So when they were running, they brought him in and he actually got an opportunity to run with the guys. He was getting back on the break and stuff like that, getting back, putting back offensive rebounds, for the score. So, me personally, he's a pretty good pickup. I call it like this. I call it about 2016 Sacred. Sacred because Zach already did roll the pine. And I'm not saying that Auguste will ride the pine, but you got Tariq Black, so he's 6'10", and the only position he can play is really power forward and center. And right now, if Zubac, if he actually gonna be over here, I don't know if he's going back overseas after the summer league, but if he stays here, then you have Zubac and Miles Government at the center spots, and Tariq Black gonna be playing power forward. That's if they decide to run Larry Nance and Julius Randle at the small forward spot, and that all depends on these guys can pretty much have a consistent jump. But Larry Nance still he's pretty decent, but I'm not going to focus too much. I don't want to get back on Zach Auguste. So Zach Auguste, I got him getting that last spot. That's only if Luke Walton decides to go with this, the pick up a player from the summer league, because he could call somebody from the D League up. But I haven't watched somebody from the D League last year, so I'm going with Zach Auguste. I think that he's going to get that last spot, because at the end of the day, even though he might not get no playing time, but you always got to remember it's 82 games. Moscow did come off a knee injury, and it could be at any given time. And I don't want to put no bad luck on the brother, but at any given time, he can mess around, or anybody can get hurt, where you might get some playing time, so, or a cramp, it could be anything. So you always got to have that that roster. The extra man on that roster. So I got Zach Auguste making it the last spot. If you guys agree with me, get in the comment section and let me know. If you disagree, cool. Get in the comment section, let me know who you think will get that last spot. But right now I'm going with Zach Auguste, because he has shown me potential. He's a real physical type of player, and he's young. So it's always good to have more young players on the team. With that being said, it's your man Urban Lover. Like, share, subscribe. Y'all guys have a blessed day and be safe out there.